Hey everybody. Um, just trying to get out here and do another video. Things aren't happening real good in my family right now, but a lot of it's to be expected. People in my family are getting old. But I want to get on here and talk about, they're talking about this next stimulus check. They're talking about giving, they said the money that they were going to give to the people that actually get stimulus checks, which is unlike me. Those people were going to get, I think they said $908 billion distributed out at $600 a pop. They wrote the bill or the legislation asking for $2 trillion. Now, only 900, and I think there was an 8 on the, but let's just round it off. 900 billion was actually going to go to only, I think it's like 43 to 46% of the people who pay their voluntary federal income tax. So, out of the people that do pay that tax, they're giving 900 billion to. Now, there's still another 1.1 trillion that you have to ask, where's that going? Because see, these guys don't write bills. They write legislation. That's the hardest word for me to say. My fucking tongue is too big or something. I don't know. But they write these papers. Well, I'm going to call them papers, folks. They write these damn things and they call them one thing when there's about, let's just go with Obamacare. When the Obamacare got passed, that bill had 25% to do with health care and we the people. The other 75% of that bill had laws in it that takes the rights away from the states and give it to the federal government, which then that means these states are no longer sovereign. They are run by the federal government. Well, that ain't the way it's supposed to be, folks. The states are supposed to be sovereign because the people that live in those states are supposed to be able to choose how their state's going to operate. And the representatives are supposed to back what the people say. None of this is happening, folks. None of it. Now, you want to find out what happened to the other 1.1 trillion? Look it up. Because it's there. All you got to do is look for the truth, folks. I keep telling you, if you're looking for it, you can find it. But a lot of it goes to Israel, of course. The Zionist Jews, that's where they all live and are from and are the elitist of the world. So they're going to get their chunk. And then the military, the Jerusalem military is going to get a big chunk of this, probably more than any of us are going to get. That's for sure. Or all of us combined. People, they're using your money. Oh, you're sitting there going, oh, they got to give us some more money. They got to give us some more money. And you agree, oh, if it's 600 or 1,200, you're happy with either. People, the money that they've given, that they have borrowed in your name from the Federal Reserve in just 2020 is now at 8.2 trillion that we know of. 8.2 trillion for 1 year. 6.2 went to the pandemic. I don't know how much was involved in that last stimulus package, but if you're only I'm not going to get a dime, but if you're only going to get $600 this time, you got $1,200 last time. This time it's cost us $2 trillion. Then you can guarantee the other time cost you $4 trillion or more. So with just people, it could be as much as $12 to $13 trillion in 1 year these people have stolen from the American people. Do you not understand how they're stealing your country out from under you? You can't even own, because of the 16th Amendment, you as a citizen of this country cannot even own land. Because as long as you're in possession of land, you owe the government for it. Who do you think owns it? You're renting it. That's a kingdom, not freedom. People, I got a lot of shit going on in my life right now. You guys know my father just passed away on the 21st. I've been having to deal with that. He was 90. My mom's 81. She's got 1.5 legs on her deathbed and 1 foot on the damn banana peel. And I'm having to deal with that too. My family has been devastated in the last 5 days, 6 days from what's going on, and it's not over for us. And we know it. I have also somebody else in my life that's very important to me, known of that person for close to 40 years. And they're so lost in their life, they're talking about killing themselves. And this is somebody I care for a lot. So I'm dealing with that too, folks. But this stuff going on, Biden now, he's putting together this bill. It's the gun violence epidemic. He's using the word gun violence epidemic. Like guns are running around this country on their own, raping and killing and robbing and stealing, and gun violence epidemic. This is what these people have turned to. Okay, well, the pandemic worked so good. Let's see what else we can put a demic on the bottom of, at the end of, and see if we can't give them to give up all that too. He ain't even president yet, people. And he's talking about the gun violence epidemic. Now, Biden's also one clown that says he's controlled the NRA for years. He didn't. The NRA is a part of the taking our guns away from us. It's just the oldest Satan trick in the world. You convince them you're something else when you're really not. The NRA has convinced everybody in this country they are for the Second Amendment. They are the people fighting for your Second Amendment right. They are the CEO of the NRA claims and on his own to be the responsible for the national gun registration that's in place today. And you guys think he believes in the Second Amendment? What part of cannot be, what does it say? shall not be infringed. Do they not understand? A registration is infringement. To tell somebody they can't own a gun at all is an infringement. It don't matter if they've got 100,000 felonies on them. It doesn't give that exemption in the Second Amendment. You people don't realize they'd already destroyed your whole Constitution, but you're still standing there thinking it isn't. People, I got so much going on. If you guys ain't going to keep up with this shit, do a little bit of your own work, and then stand up and try to fight back, then don't expect anybody else to fight for you. You know, eventually, all of us that are fighting for you guys, we're going to be gone. And you're going to be sitting there going, well, they never came to my front door, so I'm staying out of it. I'm going along, get along. Then once we're all gone, and they're standing at your front door, who you going to cry to? Who you going to cry for help? Because as long as it wasn't at your front door, you didn't care. Well, they already got the address. It's just a matter of when they're going to be at your front door. Ask them. They own all the land. They own all the air. They own all the animals. They own all the water. They own all the seas, the oceans. They own it all. I guess they went to God himself, who created all this, and bought God out. Or at least that's what they want you to believe. But they don't even have to make you believe that, because they've already convinced you that God doesn't exist. People, what are you going to do? Curl up in a ball and cry? Well, curl up in that ball and cry, and let's see how much that does for you. They'll come in and they'll help you up, and they'll rub your back a little bit, and they'll give you a napkin or tissue to dab your tears with and blow your snotty nose with, and then they'll walk you out and put you in the damn truck and take you right off to the camp. Call it whatever kind of camp you want. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Right now, New York's already saying, that governor of New York saying, you know what, if we can't get enough people to take the vaccine willingly, we're going to make it mandatory. I want that to happen. I want that to happen. I want to hear out of the mouth of these morons that they think they're going to force this vaccine on people. Then I want to see them coming down the street to do it. Because see, you folks, you ain't going to have to worry about ammo and guns. You ain't going to need no high dollar shit to do what you're going to need to do. Because when these military soldiers start rolling down the streets, they're going to bring plenty of ammo and guns and trucks, armored trucks and other armored vehicles, tanks. I'm sure that shit's going to be not far behind them. Armored street howitzers, whatever you want to call them. And when that shit's rolling down through there, you're either going to figure out how to fight that shit, or you're going to figure out how to die. When you learn how to figure out how to fight that shit, you start collecting weapons that they're bringing to you. Fully automatic weapons will be laying on the ground where somebody might have walked up on me and I blew their damn head off with a shotgun. Whatever they're carrying, if I don't want it, I'll leave it lay. Somebody else can pick it up and take it. And pick up that damn blue helmet they're going to be wearing too. Because that's exactly what they're going to be wearing. They'll have a blue helmet on, be the United Nations behind it. Well, there's a lot of us knows how that all works. A lot of us has been involved in those kind of trainings, and a lot of us give that information out. Bulletproof glass? No. You might not be able to put a bullet through it, but every time you strike it with a bullet, it becomes unclear to see through. So these armored trucks and stuff that they bring in, they're going to end up having to drive them with remote control, because if you're smart, you just start blasting the glass. Don't let them have a windshield to look through. Make them look through cameras or whatever. Once they're looking through cameras and shit, they're seeing 2D instead of 3D. Now you can trick them up, run them into a hole, a ditch, something that you can burn them out. People, you got to start thinking about this, because these guys are not stopping. They're not stopping. And they're not unstoppable. Believe me, they're going to get theirs in the end. But there's going to be millions of people die before they get theirs. You can believe that. Maybe billions. But they are going to get it, people. They got somebody coming for them that they have no fight. They can't even fight. Well, they think they can. I believe they think they can kill God. I think they believe they can kill Jesus when he returns. But they're going to find out. He knew every weapon they were going to have before he came. And he knows they ain't nothing. They think they figured it out, but they ain't figured shit out. And all I can say is, when it comes to Biden and Trump and all these clowns that have been running the country and running it straight into the ground and stealing everything they could steal, I hope I'm standing right next to Jesus when he says, kill them all. Because I'll lead that damn fight. I'll lead that fight with no questions asked. Kind of call those people operators. I know you know that word. Well, people, that's my rant for tonight. I got a lot of things on my mind. They're taking my channel down piece by piece, and I'm trying to keep up with this and deal with a lot of problems. So may God bless us all. We're going to need it. I'm praying for all of us, folks. Not just me and my family. I'm praying for all of us. And make no mistake, God loves you, and so do I. Be good, people. Till the next time.